Newt Gingrich's ability to destroy his enemies is on record, but he's also proven that he's very good at destroying himself. They talked about that at length when they talked about his suitability to be president, whether or not he had, they were talking about how Rick Santorum was saying he's very grandiose ideas last night. Gingrich responded by saying, yeah, grandiose ideas because it's time for grandiose ideas. And I think that sort of, let's listen actually to Rick Santorum talking about how whether or not Gingrich on this is fit to be president. Clip number 10, Jesus.
I don't want a nominee that I have to worry about going out and looking at the paper the next day and figuring out worrying about what he's going to say next. And that's what I think we're seeing here. For him to suggest that someone who was tied for first and eventually won the Iowa caucuses and finished with twice as many votes as he did and finished ahead of him in New Hampshire in spite of the fact that he spent an enormous amount more money in both those places, plus had the most important endorsement in the state, the Manchester Union leader. And I was 10 points behind him a week before the election and then finished ahead of him. So I was 2-0 coming into South Carolina, and I should get out of the race. These are not cogent thoughts. I mean, let's just be honest. I mean, Newt's a friend. I love him, but at times you just got to, sort of that, worrisome moment that something's going to pop, and we can't afford that in a nominee.
That was really, really deft debating by Rick Santorum, because the picture that you need to paint if you're running against Newt Gingrich as somebody who is unpredictable, as Santorum said, you never know when he's going to pop. And that is a line that nobody has used yet. It's a line certainly the Democrats would use against Newt Gingrich were he to be the nominee. And as you think about it, I mean, you can think about who would be the best nominee for the Republicans to run. The Republicans don't seem to know. They're electing different people at every turn. They're having a very, very difficult time deciding on consensus here. There is no consensus. It is why, and I've said this before, and to a great disagreement from people, listen, if Romney doesn't win with a plurality in Florida, if he loses in South Carolina, if Super Tuesday is all over the map, literally in terms of results, it's not too late for someone else to get into this race, to say, here I come in a blaze of smoke and thunder and come and win this race. I mean, delegate-wise, very few delegates have been chosen thus far, something like 30-something. And that's also because of a rule that the Republicans themselves put in, saying that if you hold your primary date before April 1st, you are punished. But before March 1st, you are punished, and only half of your delegates will count at the convention. So right now, Mitt Romney's got like 30-something delegates, and you need 1,400 or 1,444, I think, 1,445 to get the nomination. This thing is far from over. A lot of things are going to happen. I'm not saying that another candidate's going to get in, but there's such dissatisfaction from this electorate right now and what they have to choose from. And how could there not be? Look at these people. Look at the four that are left. That's pathetic enough. Look, they can't make a decision here, and anything can sort of happen. But the idea that Rick Santorum is taking this tack, that the idea that Rick Santorum could look at Newt Gingrich and tell Republicans to look at Newt Gingrich and say, whoa, hold on a second, this guy is dangerous. You never know what he's going to do. Is this guy presidential, or is he just a good congressman or a bad congressman?